Now, what truly makes a good asym? Maybe good character design or good balancing, fun character design. Now, personally, I think all it takes to be a good asym on Roblox, at least, is just for it to be fun. It doesn't have to be the best balancing I've ever seen. It just has to be engaging enough for players to come back. Aurorian is an asym where you play as the cast of characters from Deltarune and a small few from Undertale. Main gameplay revolves around you as a survivor doing tasks from save points to lower the timer and help out your team with your character's unique abilities. Like Susie has Rude Buster and is able to slash the killer to slow them down. As the hunter slash killer, your job is to, well, kill everybody. Kinda easy to get. You just kill everybody. Now, why was I talking about what makes a good asym just a moment ago? Well, it's simple. This game has the potential to do everything I said, especially the fun part. It just doesn't do it, though. It's poor balancing problems, which, speaking of poor balancing, like, this game's balancing feels like outcome memories, but, like, turned up to a 100%. There is zero way to get past teamwork in this game. But if they're not working together, everybody just dies. Another issue with this game that I have is the fact that two of, like, the best characters are both locked behind a paywall. Why is Weird Root Noel and December Holiday both locked behind game passes? Like, I can understand wanting to make money off of your asyms, but this is stupid. You shouldn't be putting characters behind paywalls. Just do like what everybody else does and just make a VIP that gives some skins. Because I know this game has skins. My last complaint about the game is just how grindy the game is. To get like every character, including the killers and survivors, it would probably take you a while, like a long while to do that. Which is why I kind of like games like Outcome Memories that don't take forever to get every single killer and survivor, because it's like maybe a couple hours, not even, like 2 hours at most, to be able to get everything if you're not buying like cosmetics. Also, some of these prices are insane, like 900 per killer basically is insane. Why is it like that? You don't even make that much per round if you die, which most of the time in public lobbies you're not going to be living because your team isn't coordinated, because it's probably children that are playing this game. Also, the hitboxes kind of suck, but I think that's more of a Roblox issue than like this game's issue. And I know it's like a new developer, so I won't completely be upset about that. That's not really his fault or her fault. Now, with all of that being said, I still think this game has the potential to be probably one of the better asyms on the platform. If it were to just get rid of at least some of these issues and maybe work on a little bit of animations and stuff, I think this game could be great. I think it would be really fun. And some of the characters already in the game are really cool. Like, the Knight's moveset is honestly not that bad for like a starter character. I also really like Lancer's moveset, which is why it kind of sucks how he's behind a you have to join the Roblox group, which I don't really want to do. Not saying that like I don't want to support the creator, no, but I just don't really want to join any groups to get a character. I just don't really like that. I also think that the objectives in the game could also have a little bit of more objectives is what I'm trying to say. I don't think the same copy the minigame thing is really entertaining. It gets quite boring really fast, and it's like the same patterns over and over again. It's quite boring. Maybe like add like 2 more mini games you can get from the saves, and that'd be pretty cool. Now I'm gonna go over some positives since I've kind of just been a negative bum this entire time. I will say I do really enjoy the amount of characters, even if they're expensive. Each character doesn't feel exactly the same, which is honestly quite shocking. I also don't completely hate the maps. Each map looks good. And yeah, sure, there's a few spots on some of the maps that make you inaccessible to the killer. I think those are just bugs and eventually they'll get patched out, which is whatever. Now, other than one bug that I found, this game doesn't even have that many bugs. There was one place that let you get on top of a rock, which kind of made it hard for the killer to get you. But other than that, it was honestly pretty bugless. I was expecting a lot more bugs, getting like soft locked and stuff. I didn't get that. You know, after looking at the Rory, I honestly think it's not that bad of a game, or at least has the potential to not be that bad of a game. Obviously, it has its issues, but if you were to put those issues aside while you play, you can honestly have a pretty fun time. And I would probably recommend this for anybody that just wants to kind of turn off their brain and play an asym. Now, I'm not saying the game's perfect. I just spent like a couple minutes going over all the flaws for it and how they can fix it. But if you want an asym to play with some friends of yours, this isn't a terrible pick. And even if it's kind of sloppy and kind of looks like a money grab, I'm hoping that the developer behind the game is at least somewhat trying to put in some passion for it, and hopefully one day this game will be one of the best deltarune asyms on the platform. It just isn't right now.